Hello, and welcome to another edition of Make It Monday. I'm your host, Laura Buechler with Inkyfingers Papercrafting. And for the last 5 minutes, I've been having a really nice time hanging out, talking to myself, and thinking that I was live, and I wasn't. So hopefully I can remember all the clever things I said. I tell you, I was doing really, really well, but you know, here we are. I've already done the first two steps of this card, so I'm going to start again. I'm going to grab some more cardstock and cut it to size. And while I'm doing that, I want to give a shout out to all of you who are watching the replay, all of you who have been sitting there waiting for me to go live right now and wondering, why is she late? I wasn't late. I just forgot to hit the button. What a day. Okay, how's everybody doing out there? It is an atmospheric river here in Nanaimo. It is pouring down rain outside. It is so gross, and it is a perfect day to be inside crafting, and that's exactly what I am doing. So I'm looking for my Lost Lagoon cardstock. There it is, and I'm looking for my Winter Meadow Designer Series paper. Okay. I think that's going to be the right size. Again, I would usually have this all done beforehand, and I did have it all done beforehand. And then I thought I was filming. Whatever. It's just one of those days, right, friends? What are you going to do? I'm going to end up with two cards, so that's not so bad. Okay, this is going to be cut to 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. There we go. So it's another wonderful edition of Make It Monday. I believe creativity is an important part of our day-to-day lives, like the old commercial used to say. It's an important part of a healthy and nutritious breakfast. Creativity is an important part of your healthy and maybe nutritious day. So that's why I'm here getting creative with you. And you can see how easy it is to do, and you can see people make mistakes sometimes, and that's okay, because it's all about having fun and learning something new and making something that you're happy with. So I am using some items from the beautiful Winter Meadow Suite, which is in your Autumn Mini catalog. Looks like this, a beautiful catalog. And we are going to be making a beautiful card today with some sparkle. You'll notice I got my Christmas hat on. That's because this card could be a Christmas card. It could also be a birthday card or a get well card or whatever you would like. And by the way, don't forget to stick around until the end of the video where I'm going to be giving away this card to a lucky winner that we made last week. Okay, Laura, let's get started, this time with the camera going. All right, so first thing I'm going to do is take my decorative circle punch and punch out a circle from my Lost Lagoon cardstock layer. Don't worry, because my paper is going to cover up that hole, and this is just a great way to get more use out of our cardstock. The next thing is I'm going to grab my trimmer. And what I want to do is I want to cut this designer series paper diagonally from corner to corner. So I line up the corners right there in my trimmer track. And then you might have heard me say this before. When you cut diagonally, you don't want to start right at the top or at the bottom, because when your blade runs into that corner, it's very hard on the blade. It can push the paper, it can crumple the paper. So instead, I start somewhere in the middle and I cut to one corner and then I cut to the other. And then we end up with a really nice, clean cut. All right, I think that's all I need the trimmer for. That's about as far as I got in the video part 1 when I suddenly realized I forgot to hit that big button. Oh, Laura. Oh, Laura, at least I'm cute, right? Okay, so now you'll notice, of course, our designer series paper is going to go in the corners of our cardstock layer. And I'm going to leave a little border all the way around, and that looks great, but there's a hole in the middle of it, right? don't worry, that's what we're going to do with this beautiful strip of Snowflake Magic Specialty Designer Series paper. So I'm going to grab my silicone mat and my adhesive, and I'm going to start putting this together. So those of you who are watching me today, leave me a comment and let me know, what are you doing for your holiday crafting? Are you making some cards? Are you making some gifts? Are you making some kind of holiday decor? Maybe something for your table? Yeah, I want to know what you're doing. Ooh, tree ornaments. That's another one. And yes, you can say all of the above. That's a great answer. And when I'm talking about holiday crafting, by the way, it doesn't only have to be Stampin' Up. It could be all kinds of different crafting. I myself used to be quite an enthusiastic cross-stitch and embroiderer all through my teens and 20s and partway into my 30s. It kind of ended around the time that I became mother to a toddler, and then it became rather tough to practice a craft that required not only sharp objects like a needle and scissors, but required me to carve several hours a day out of my daily life to work on these great big gigantic projects. So that's when I turned to paper crafting, actually, when my daughter was about 2-3 years old, because it allowed me to make something that I could finish in 20 or 30 minutes, and then I could give it away to brighten someone else's day. And I just became hooked on card making after that. That was that. Now, as you all know, said daughter is 15 and a half. So that's how long I've been making cards. Okay, so that is looking pretty good. Gosh, I love the shimmer of that paper. And now I can attach it to my card. Look at how we've just neatly covered up that hole that we punched. Make sure that I put my trees on the card right side up. Ooh, I love the way that looks against the blueberry bushel cardstock. Oh, that's gorgeous. Loving it. Okay, so I've used one punch already. Now I'm going to use another one. Where's my little, here's my scrap of white, and I've got a hexagon punch. This is in the Spring Mini catalog, but it's also available right now online. They released it early to coincide with World Card Making Day back in October. So this punch and the stamp set that goes along with it is available right now. Okay, so I've got a stamp from, did I even bring my stamp set out here? No, I didn't. I didn't even bring it out here for you. I've got a stamp from the Winter Meadow stamp set. It's called, or the sentiment says, "May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight." So you see, it doesn't specifically say Christmas. It could be for a variety of different things. There are so many holidays that take place at this time of year, not just Christmas. And because it says season of sparkle, when I was designing this card, I thought, okay, well, we're going to have to add some sparkle. So we've got sparkle number 1, which is this shimmery paper. Sparkle number 2 is coming up in a minute, so keep your eyes open and you might just see it. And there's sparkle number 3 as well. Even though there's 3 different kinds of sparkle, it's still a pretty simple card. So I am using a sponge dauber. This fits over the tip of my finger, and I dab it in the ink, and then I just kind of brush it along the edges of this punched shape to add contrast. So now when I put this against the Lost Lagoon, look at how that really, really pops, right? Versus, let's see, if I just hold up some white cardstock against it, I think that's fine. Nothing wrong with it. But bam, that really draws attention to that sentiment, right? Okay, so sponge daubers you can get, I think they come in a pack of 5. You can find them in your annual catalog or at stampinup.ca. Okay, so I'm going to put my adhesive on the back of this. Put that on my other punched out shape. I love layering my punched out shapes together. And then, okay, here we go. Sparkle number 2. So this is one of those items. I believe this is only available online. So you can go to inkyfingers.ca/online. Yep, sorry, distracted. Inkyfingers.ca/online, and you'll find all the online exclusives. So there is a pack of gold and silver trim, and today we're using the silver. And I'm going to show you one of my favorite ways to add ribbon or trim to a card. So what I'm doing is I'm just adding adhesive to the back of this shape, and I'm just kind of putting it everywhere. This is more adhesive than I would use if I were just actually going to stick this down to the card. Because what I'm going to do is, what I'm going to do is bonk my camera. I'm going to start at the bottom, and I'm going to leave a loop at the top, and then I'm going to leave a loop at the bottom, and then I'm going to leave a tail at the top. Now, let's snip that off. Now, when I flip this over and look at it, I might think, oh my gosh, these ribbons are way too big, or they're too short, or something. And the great thing is I can play with that, and I can move it around. I could make this loop smaller, right? I could make this one. Could try to make them the same size or different size, whatever you like. Maybe you want your ribbon to be going diagonal like this, or maybe you want it straight up and down. You can just play with it until you like the way it looks, because you're the boss of your card, and you liking it is the most important thing, right? Okay, so I like the way that looks. I'm going to give this a little trim, and this. So that's sparkle number 2, folks. Okay, and I'm going to put that on my card with dimensionals now. So all that adhesive that I put on wasn't even to attach it to the card. That was just to have a place for my ribbon to attach, right? There you go. That's one of my favorite tricks. Okay, pop those backings off and pop that onto the card. Ooh, I love the way that looks. I love the way that ribbon is so, well, so sparkly and so bold. I guess bold is the word I'm looking for. All right, now we need sparkle number 3. Sparkle number 3 is, of course, some beautiful embellishments. These are the tinsel gems. They are, again, in your green catalog. Looks like I've got one little teeny one here. Might as well use that up. Okay. And I'm going to put a pink one. And I'm going to put a green one. There we go. May this season of sparkle bring joy and delight. What do you think? All right. If you've enjoyed this video, please hit the heart button That helps Facebook to know how much fun Make It Monday is, and that other people should come and join us and see what we're about. If you would like to win this card, all you need to do is share the video and leave a comment that you've shared, and I will be giving away this card on our next edition of Make It Monday. In the meantime, it is time for me to give away this card to a lucky winner who shared the video last week, and that is Maury. Thank you so much for sharing, Maury. I will be sending you this card in the mail. I hope that you enjoyed today's video, and leave a comment and let me know what you think about these cards. Have a great day, everyone, and don't forget to spend some time getting creative. Take care. Bye-bye.